What up, though, band fam? It's your boy Chef Yero tapping in with y'all. In this video, we'll be going over the new overhaul update prior to the 8th anniversary coming out. This is version 0.6.23 update, and it was released. We did have a lengthy, maintenance. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it now that we have access to the game and we downloaded and updated the game. So it says here, Legends went under a major update, which we just went over in preparation for its 8th anniversary. The most recent version is 6.23.0. And it says big update celebration gift. In celebration, this big update, we're giving everyone 200 Chrono Crystals. So please check your box. They're going to probably give us some extra Chrono Crystals for the more lengthy wait for the maintenance. But updated content, it says battle balance adjustments, adjustments to buff effect and abnormal conditions, overwrite rules, What does that mean? Until now, the buff effect of or abnormal conditions would be overwritten. The ability with the longer maximum count took priority, right? Okay, that makes sense. If the count of the ability activated later was shorter than the maximum count of the ability already in effect, the count would not be updated. To make this more intuitive and easier to understand, we have adjusted the rules so that the count will be updated if the count of the ability activated later is longer than the remaining count, interesting, of the ability already in effect. So they're kind of trying to even out the playing field when it comes to cancel buff effects and abnormal conditions here. It says example, nullify special cover change. So if I activated a green card and I get special cover change, right, for 10 timer counts, is activated. This is what they're saying. Then nullify special cover change 5 timer counts is activated 8 counts later, which means 2 counts is left on the board. Before the special cover change 10 counts remain. Special cover change nullify has 2 counts remaining. See, that's what it says right here. After the update of the nullify special cover change 5 counts, which has more counts remaining, special cover change nullify has 5 counts remaining. So it's kind of like damn near stacking, if I'm not mistaken. So if you swap out, somebody else has cover null for 5 timer counts, it still has 5 time counts of, okay, that's not bad. In addition, if the count of the active cancelable ability is overwritten by an uncancelable one, the new remaining count cannot be canceled by the effect of the cancel act. Wow, that's a huge buff right there, everyone. That is a huge buff. I like that. It says preventing stun caused by paralyzation. We have just adjusted the paralyzation abnormal because the normal condition because its impact on battle was too high. Characters like what's his name when he dies, Ultra CMZ, or even Majin Ku that paralyze you, these kind of characters would just keep stunning you and you couldn't do anything. So in order to prevent consecutive activations, a brief immunity. So you get a brief immunity, keywords, for a period of time, which is really good. I like that. The actual activation rates of stuns caused by paralyzation has not been changed. So the rates of it still have, if it's saying 50% chance to paralyze, if you're running the Burrow on the bench, you got green cards, guess what? You got 50% chance, but you're not going to keep continuously getting paralyzed. You're going to have a brief immunity. So that means you'll be able to swap out, which is really good. Overdrive adjustments. Arts attacks during overdrive mode will now consume overdrive gauge on activation instead of on hit, making the overdrive easier to manage. The strength of overdrive attacks also has, this is a nerf. This is a nerf because they feel like overdrive was just too busted. They feel like they made it too powerful. Okay. Battle UI adjustments. When disrupts effects such as main ability or seals, rising rush seals are activated on the enemy's icon will now be displayed. So the player, what the hell is that word? When the player applying the disruption can more easily check if they are active. Not bad. I like that. So you're able to see what abilities are active or what's sealed, pretty much. And then it says health gauge UI adjustment. That color looks a little bit off. So this is the health gauge will now additionally change the color for 75 to 50%, which is good. So we'll be able to see when we're at 75% health to 50% health, which is pretty good. I like that. Mission plan overhaul. This is where they're giving us more crystals for the premium plan. You can either get premium crystals, you can get materials, or you can get supporter upgrades. I'm pretty sure if you want to invest in this game, if you're an investor, if you like the supporter system, they're giving you way more ways to amplify your levels for a supporter system, at least to get level 30. So that's not bad. But a lot of people are going to go for the Chrono Crystals. Simply as that. Let's migrate over to the premium plan. The premium plan is going to get you 1,500 Chrono Crystals, and it's a 14-day period for each one of these premium plans, right? And you'll get 15 supporter upgrades, 600. This not bad. 600 is not bad for the equipment. What's the name? If they're still planning on using that, and you'll get slot 1 upgrades, 8. That's not bad at all as well. But yeah. Let's look and see. It says reduce cost for equipment awakening. So you're still going to be using fragments, but this should be able to guarantee you some slot 1s here, which is really good to see. Even if it's at a yellow or a red, because then if it's at a yellow, you can use if this premium plan to get you to a red star slot 1 on these awaken equipments, which is really nice. And you can do it, I believe, in a batch style. So you can do this in batches, which is up to 30, which is really good. So make sure you guys, upgrade these equipments and make sure you guys have a lot of fragments to go along with it. It says equip screen adjustment. It says upgrading equipment base strike plus 10 equipments can now be upgraded by tapping on a slot. If you check the upgrade on all options, you will be able to take. Okay, so that's nice. This is nice. This is a good upgrade right here. Equipment acquisition adjustment. Since there's now many sources from which equipment can be obtained, we have made adjustments so that you can more easily find your desired equipment. That's really good. Events. These are just some of the events they're doing. Exchange shop. So they got some exchange shop, medals, dual coin medals, rush medals, equipment slot 3 improvements. So we already been told about this, that the 3rd slots for eligible equipment. So these are older equipments can now be 3rd slotted. That 3rd slot can now get activated automatically, which is really good. Hyper co-op rise and rush. When performing rise and rushes in hyper dimension, you can now score ultra perfect. When you and your boy get the exact same key value, you will gain a greater damage boost than perfect. That's pretty cool. Summon lineup. It says legends welcome the legends comeback. So that's the summons lineup. These are like banners right here. Super master pack banners. I would not suggest anyone summon on any of these banners at all. Save your Chrono Crystals, please. Anniversary is literally like less than 2 weeks away. Exchange shop. So you got exchange shop ticket medals. He could be pretty good. This guy right here, Piccolo, is pretty good. Of course, this guy is pretty good. He may receive a Zenkai. He may receive a Zenkai unique equip, one of these two, and they already got their unique equip. So yeah, this is not bad right here if you don't have these characters. They're added some sleeves, prime tickets exchange. Let's see, updates to go for immediate missions, which is not bad. They added some new story modes as well for us to go and play. I have not been playing the story mode. They got some bug fixes here. Yeah, man. So these are some of the new banners. Let's just look at the story mode really quick. Let's see what chapter. I don't know what chapter we're on. I left off at 16, so they're probably at like chapter 19 or something like that. I don't know. I ain't been really playing it, but I will be playing it. Let me know if y'all guys want to see that. Me just binge the story mode prior to PvP to rack up some Chrono Crystals. Let me know. I might do a video on that or a live stream. Who knows? Let's see. Let's look at the shop really quick. The shop, if it'll load in, it's loading in taking all day. So we got some free stuff here that we can use. We can do this. I would suggest you guys invest in that. That's pretty good. The Chrono Crystals, you're able to get tickets now that you can buy with Chrono Crystals. That's really good. And these banners, I would not summon on any of these new banners. None of them. I would not summon on them unless you just want these units. Go ahead. But I'm telling you, the anniversary is right around the corner. These are all bait banners. Please. Right. The last bait banner you should have summoned on that was worthy of this is this banner right here. Please save your Chrono Crystals. But yeah, one last thing I wanted to go over that I noticed that I don't know if you guys noticed, but the new 14-star silver, ultra rainbow looking color, man. It's fire. I don't know if you guys see that, right? So if y'all guys see this right here, it's going to load up. Like, look at that. This look really established. Like, this don't look really fire. I'm glad that they was able to add something like this in the game. I wasn't expecting it. It really doesn't do nothing. It's just for aesthetic purposes. I really like it though. But I'm your boy Chef Yero. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all drink water. Check out my other videos that I went over the best teams for Super Saiyan God. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Without further ado, make sure y'all drink water. Peace.